Hello, and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 for a brand new car build. Now, this is going to be a Jaguar F-Type drift car, and it's going to be fully built, full wide body, and I've never built one of these before, especially for drifting, so the cool thing about it is that it comes with a really beefy powertrain already. You're definitely not at, like, you don't have some sort of lack of power. But we're going to go ahead and throw the wide body on immediately. And it's a really, like, it's got a lot of presence to it, that wide body kit does. It's very much shaped to the wheels itself, or the wheels themselves, instead of, like, following the fender lines of the car. And make of that what you will, whether you think it's kind of disproportionate and weird or you think it looks cool. But regardless, that's what we're going to run. As far as the drivetrain, I mean, we could make it all-wheel drive, but that would be silly. Funny enough, I mean, they do have an all-wheel drive F-Type, so you could do that if you wanted to, and it would still be realistic. But you can also put the Forza wing on or the other Forza wing on. I am actually going to run this car wingless because I think it looks really, like, we're just really beefy that way, really, like, just this nice meaty setup. And as far as wheels and tires go, we're going to run a sport tire, and underneath we're going to run a 305 in the front and a 355 in the back. That's a lot of tire. That's a ton of tire, actually. But we haven't gotten to the power yet because we are going to make sure we have a ton of power available to spin those 355s in the rear whenever we so please. Now, I'm sure we're not going to be going like anything north of like 1,000 on this car. We're not going to be going anything super crazy, but we are going to be going, fairly up there with the power. So let's see. I mean, we could run TE37s and they do look really good. In fact, you know what? Those look so good, I am going to run those, and I'm not going to bump up the size at all because they're already 20s. I mean, I wouldn't really want to go much bigger than 20s anyway, to be honest. I mean, you would be kind of sacrificing a lot once you went above 20s, and to be honest, you'd be sacrificing the look of the car because the car looks so good right now that I wouldn't want to go like with massive wheels and kind of ruin it. Now, drift suspension really sorts everything out. The fronts are tucking very nicely. So are the rears. We've got to sort out the actual alignment in a bit, but it's already on a really good baseline. We're not going to cage this car, but we are going to do race weight reduction, bringing it down to 2,930 pounds. That's really good. For how big this car is, that's really good. So engine build-wise, we're going to do everything that we can to get the most out of the stock engine. And the stock engine is definitely a pretty beefy engine. I mean, with cams, we're already almost at 700 horsepower, and we haven't even touched the supercharger yet. So there's definitely a lot of potential to make power on this engine. And once everything is said and done, it should be making a crap ton of power. So now let's go over to the flywheel. And 895 horsepower and 715 foot-pounds of torque at 2,950 pounds. That's a really good power-to-weight ratio and should make for some absolute hilarity when it comes to going sideways. So let's go ahead and install the setup. And then I do want to do a little bit of paint work because I'm not like, it's not that I don't like the current paint job as it is, but I do think we could do a little bit of paint work and possibly kind of, maybe make it look just a little bit crazier. We're going to do a couple of points, or a couple of perks, sorry. Nothing too crazy. Let's see. Do that. And let's see. We'll do the combo one. And let's see. Drift tap scores. Definitely. We'll do that. We'll do pretty much almost everything drift-wise. Drift and e-drift scores up. And let's see, what is this? Lucky escape, and this is, oh, nice, okay. Well, let's see. We'll do the drift destroyer because, again, this is a drift build, so we might as well just do as many of those as we can. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's go ahead and hit a wheel spin. We might as well. Like, while we're here, we might as well hit a wheel spin. So, and then should we go ahead and do one more, or should we spend that on Lucky Escapes? Let's spend that on Lucky Escapes. And then, is this one? It is. Okay, so perfect. We can just, like, pretty much spend all of our skill points because we're going to go back and get more anyway. So, paint-wise now, let's go ahead and go straight into the designs and paints. And I think I want to do something just a little bit different with the color of the car. Like, I want to keep it red, but I want to do, like, I don't know. I want to do, like a metal flake red almost. So, let's see if we can get something close to what I'm thinking about in my head. Base is going to be just, like, really, really red. And then the flake is going to be close, but not quite, if that makes any sense. Ooh. That looks crazy. I don't think we're going to run it, but that looks nuts. See, the thing with it is it's the same red. It's just really, really, really bright. Just really, really, really bright. It's got a little bit of fade in it, and it's not, you know, it's not anything too crazy, but we are also going to do carbon on the mirrors because I think carbon mirrors look really good on pretty much everything. Let's see how it responds to a carbon hood. I mean, it's weird. I don't like how it breaks up the fender line. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but again, I'm kind of iffy on how it breaks up the line on the fender. We could do, oh man, we could do polished carbon TE37s. That'd be crazy. Even the Prismacolor white TEs look really good. In fact, I mean, the Prismacolor black ones look great too, but the Prismacolor white looks so good, I think I'm going to go ahead and run it. Like, I didn't think I was going to do that. I didn't think I was going to be okay with that look. I thought about it in my head before I saw it, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to work. And then I put it on the car, and it actually really worked. It worked in such a way that I think it kind of complements the car. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take this thing out, see what it does, go for some proper rips, and see how she drives.
Showing me up on my own drift zones. I'm kidding. Get out there and show me up all you like. New drift zones in place.
So I guess we have more drift zones to do, and
becoming Horizon's next speed zone hero. More speed zones coming right up.
Right then. Okay. So it wants us to, I don't like how it wants us to just like, it's like set a route somewhere, and then once you set a route somewhere, then you can like actually leave. I feel like they should give you the option to just leave anyway. But that is kind of, wow, okay. Kind of lost my train of thought, but, oh, God, it's so wide. It is so wide. All right, let's see what she'll do. I love the fact that the switchback road is right here by the festival. And oh, it got it. It's weird. It looks like an RC car. I do kind of want to. Yeah, I think. Oh God. Some gearing tuning, and some alignment changes may be in the works very soon because I'm not exactly like the world's biggest fan of how the car drives at the moment. I mean, it drives fine and it drifts okay. It's just not, I don't know. Maybe I'm not being aggressive enough with it. Transition, please. Oh, God. Come on. It's so wide, but, like, the thing is, it transitions slowly. And, I mean, if you like that, then that'd be fine. But the thing is, that's not, like, I don't know. That's not the way I prefer my cars to drift, if that makes any sense. I like them to be a little bit more, I don't know. I mean, actually, a little bit twitchier. I like them to be a little bit twitchier than this, and this feels so reserved that it's actually kind of, like, it's kind of messing with me a little bit. But I will say, with a track width that's this wide and all of that steering angle, it's almost impossible to spin out. It's genuinely hard to spin this car out. I haven't even come close yet, and I don't think you would even come close. Like if you threw this thing into a corner at 90 degrees, I still don't think you would come close to spinning it. Oh, come on, get that combo back, please. All right, let's, oh, geez. Oh, God, come on. Rode the e-brake out maybe a little bit longer than I wanted to there, but see, now when you're at speed, fifth gear is fine. Like when you're above 100 miles an hour, you're good. But the thing is, you have to be above 100 miles an hour for fifth gear to actually benefit you. God, it's like a big roller skate. It's ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and let's get a drift tap. And then turn around. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted it to do when I turned around. Shifted to fifth a little early, but like you can manhandle it with clutch kicks. But again, you have to be ready for the power to kind of die when you shift it into fifth at like, if you shift into fifth at like 60, the power really dies off. And I think it's weird because with how wide the car is and how wide the tires are, it makes drifting a near 900 horsepower car feel like drifting a near 500 horsepower car on, like, you know, I don't know. It's like basically the size of the tires and the width of the track basically make this 900 horsepower car feel more like a 500 horsepower car, if that makes any sense. Come on. There it is. Oh, geez. Woo! Let's go straight. Just trying to figure out which way to go. Let's go straight. Give it a little bit of a run up the hill. Ooh, it likes that. Oh, it really likes that. I will say that once this car gets in a groove, it is so smooth. This car will make you a better driver. It'll teach you how to be smooth because it forces you to be smooth. And not only is it really good at racking up points, but my God, if it isn't like fun to drive because it's just challenging enough. Like, it's just challenging enough, but at the same time, it also still has like a ton of scoring potential if points drifting is your thing. I mean, I just use points drifting as a little bit of a gauge because it's an easy way to gauge everything. But at the same time, you know, if you don't drift for points, this car is still a ton of fun to drive. God, you can stay on the handbrake. I should have gone to the fourth, but you could stay on the handbrake for a long time, and it does not get mad at you. And I think, oh, wow, we ran that really wide. Really, really, really wide. Should have been in fourth there. I still think that the gap, it's weird. Like, sometimes I feel like the gap between, like, fourth and fifth is too big, and then once I'm going really fast and I shift to fifth, I'm like, the gap between fourth and fifth is fine. So it might be just a getting used to the car's gearing type thing. See, fifth is enough for this. See what I mean? Fifth gear responds just fine here. Oh my God, it's such a fun car. It's like buttery smooth. It's so smooth. I think, honestly, I would venture a guess as to say that this is the smoothest drift car I have built yet in Horizon 4. It's so smooth. And honestly, like, if you want to copy this setup, feel free, go right ahead. I freaked out because I thought that guy was coming straight at me, and I don't know, sometimes I still freak out, even though I know that they're still going to just go through me, like, it still freaks me out a little bit. But, like, if you want to copy this setup, feel free to, because my God, would I recommend it. Wow. And it might not be, like, an angle monster or anything like that, and it might not be like an easy mode car, and I know there's going to be people out there that are going to call it an easy mode car, but drive this and then drive the FD cars and then tell me that this is an easy mode car. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an easy mode car if you have a good grasp of drifting a lower horsepower car and then can apply that to this. It's not an easy mode car if the only things you can drift are like over 1,000 horsepower. God, it's so much fun. I genuinely love it. I could see this being one of my new favorites easily. Easily. Just wow, dude. Absolutely just wow. Big burnout the other way. Oh, yes. And it's still racking up the points from the combo like, you know, 5 or 6 things ago. Kind of get these like back and forth motions going on, which are good. Like, it's a good thing. It's just you do have to kind of keep on top of how far out you're going to slide. And when I say how far out, I mean basically if you aim for the inside and end up like overshooting it, this car, it does kind of do that thing where it will skate really, really wide, but you can actually use it to your advantage if you know it's going to do it. There we go. 5th gear was bogging just a little bit, but I decided it was more worth it to stay in it than it was to go to 4th. See, like right there, that's like 5th gear's happy place. Let's see if I can hold this entire corner. It's a little long for that, but, well, you know what, though? I mean, it was a very shallow angle, but it did kind of do it. Also, if you're decent with your weight transfer, this car loves to be weight transferred. Because if you can work the throttle, the handbrake, and the regular brake all at the same time, and really just find a balance with all of it, you will love this car. There we go. God, in the higher speed stuff, I could just leave it in 5th. It's just hilarious in 5th. This is honestly, like I said, if you are trying to get better at drifting, this car will make you a better drifter. And I know that a lot of people are going to say that, oh, no, if you want to get better at drifting, you need to drift something with, like, you know, no horsepower at all. And while I do agree to a certain degree, this car will teach you the dynamics, because everything happens really slowly, if that makes any sense in this car. Everything happens not necessarily really slowly. Slowly is the wrong word, but like everything happens in a really controlled, slow manner. Whereas, you know, in the FD cars, they're definitely like, they're fun, but they definitely, you know, are very, like, they're jumpy, twitchy, and I like that. I like the fact that they can be very quickly adjusted, you know, for their position on the road and stuff like that. But this teaches you to pick a line, and then you can't feather the throttle. You have to stay in it, and you have to stay in the throttle hard. Close. Up. I want to see if I can carry this combo out just a little longer because it's going to be a really good one when we bank it. We'll carry it out to the top of the hill. Easy back and forth. I mean, this car is definitely a big girl, but you know what? It still definitely moves around. There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's going to bank. Is it? No, not yet. Wow. And there we go. Woo! This car is awesome. Like 1.185, almost 2 million. Dude, that was so easy. That was by far the easiest 1 million plus combo I've ever done. That was the easiest, smoothest 1 million plus combo I've ever done. And honestly, I love this car even more now after driving it. I love the setup. I love the fact that you really have to work for it as you drive it. God, this thing is awesome. But if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to click that like button. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. I'll see you all in the next one. Talk to you guys later.